What even is the point of cubing? Aren't you just doing the same thing over and over again? Why do you have so many Rubik's Cubes? Aren't they all the same? So I've heard there's a formula. What is it? And is that a 10 by 10? Hey YouTube, it's me Spotty. Welcome to another weekly Cube Topicals. Today we're going to be going over some frequently asked questions from people who don't cube. All of these questions, except for maybe the last one, are actually really honest and logical questions, especially if you're taking a look at things from their perspective. So let's go through some of these. What's the point of cubing? When somebody asks me this, the answer is pretty simple. I thoroughly enjoy matching up colors on a plastic toy, and it's just a hobby. And I think that's really the best answer that I can give. It sounds kind of stupid when I say it like that, but I feel like that's kind of what it looks like from people who don't cube. Also, this is sort of a side note, but I used to cube just to get faster. Like, that was my motivation to keep practicing. I used to always be learning new things, expanding my algorithm base, and just trying to drop my times significantly. Now though, while I still do want to improve little by little, like I said before, I'm kind of happy with where I'm sitting 3x3 wise, and I just enjoy sitting down and doing a session. Aren't you just doing the same thing over and over? Honestly, yeah, kinda. My ego wants to say, don't you know that there are like 43 quintillion possibilities of a Rubik's Cube? It's so unlikely that this cube would be scrambled the same way twice. But if I'm thinking about this in a logical way, and this sort of ties in with the last question in that I'm not really actively learning many new things and applying them into my solves, I'm basically forcing this cube into a pattern that I know how to solve, and slowly I'm using triggers, algorithms to bring this cube back to its solved state. So of course, I'm not doing the exact same thing every single time, but the overall process and overall solve is not going to have huge differences changing in between each one. Why do you have so many? Aren't they all the same? Again, my ego wants to say, heck no, you think I'd spend hundreds of dollars on heaps of the same thing? Each one feels different, and they all have different characteristics. There are 3x3s, and there are also variations of the Rubik's Cube, which provides its own unique challenge. And that's very true, I'm not lying by saying that. But especially with 3x3s, they're all very similar and do basically the same thing. They all turn on 3 axes and have 6 colors, one on each side, so that you can mix it up and then hopefully solve it. So I've heard there's a formula. What is it? This one is probably the most annoying one that I'm covering today. Not because it's not particularly true, but because it's not that simple. And when I say, I can't really teach you here and now, they think that I'm trying to hide some sort of secret from them. Maybe it's just me, but when somebody asks you this, I think there's not really a way that you can leave the situation winning. The best thing to do is try to explain that there are algorithms, which are a series of moves, and when you apply certain algorithms to certain situations, they bring the cube back to its solved state. A lot of people though, especially younger people, aren't satisfied with this answer, and they want to know the algorithm or the formula. The other thing that you could do is probably direct people to a video or a tutorial online where it explains everything and take an hour of time and you can learn to solve the Rubik's Cube too. But if all else fails and they're really pressing you to give you a formula, then just give them a series of moves that mean absolutely nothing and just tell them to apply it over and over again, and eventually the cube will solve itself. I don't really condone this, but you know, it can be funny for a bit, especially if it's like your close friend or whatever. Do what you wish. But yeah, those are just some of the questions that I hear sometimes. If you've got any of your own, then let me know. But other than that, that's all I've really got for you today. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one.